What's going on, guys? This is your boy Willie Does Wrestling, back at it again with a brand new video. And in today's video, we are going to essentially make this quick video, and I'm going to give who I think is going to win the men's and the women's Owen Hart Cup tournament in this video, because as you guys know, last night was AEW Dynamite, and that was the start of the Owen Hart Cup tournament, and they're setting this tournament up where the winners of the men's and the women's Owen Hart Cup tournaments will go on to challenge for the AEW World Championship and the AEW Women's World Championship respectively. And we got the reveal of the official brackets last night during Dynamite. We had a couple of matches as well in the first round already start, so I figured, why the hell not, make this video and give our predictions. We got the women's and we got the men's tournament. So, let's start with the women's one. Let's look at this bracket. For the women's, we got Willow Nightingale versus Serena Deeb. We got a match that already happened, Chris Statlander versus Nyla Rose. Chris Statlander ended up getting the win. She's going on to the second round. We got Deonna Purrazzo versus Hikaru Shida. And we got Mariah May versus Saraya. So, Chris Statlander already won. She moves on. For Willow Nightingale and Serena Deeb, I think it's obviously going to be Willow Nightingale. That way we'll get Willow and Chris Statlander in the second round. Well, I guess you could call it the semifinals. Deonna Purrazzo and Hikaru Shida, probably the least predictable match in this tournament. I'm probably going to give it to Deonna Purrazzo. I think we need to give her a few more wins in her Dynamite run, or in her AEW run, I should say. So Deonna, I think, will go over Hikaru Shida. And Saraya Mariah May, I think due to shenanigans, Mariah May will advance in the tournament. So there you go. That's the first round done. For Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander, I'm going to say, because Chris Statlander's a heel, but you could have Willow Nightingale get her revenge. I think Mariah May's a heel. I could be mistaken. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Willow Nightingale. I think Willow Nightingale will probably advance to the finals. And then that leaves us with Mariah May and Deonna Purrazzo. And I think Mariah May will get the win here. And then for the tournament final, which will happen on July 10th in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, I'm going to give it to Mariah May. I think Mariah May is going to challenge Toni Storm, spoiler alert, for the AEW Women's World Championship at All In. And it will be a good setup for a Mariah May-Toni Storm breakup. Like, Mariah May, she's very talented, and it really seems like they're really hinting at a breakup with the whole Mina Sakurora, or whatever her name is, feud being involved in a little bit of a love triangle thing there as well. So, yeah, I think Mariah May is going to be the winner of the 2024 Women's Owen Hart Memorial Cup Tournament. And that leaves us with the men's. And we had a match that already happened, Claudio Castagnoli versus Pac. Pac actually advanced to a very big upset. I thought we were going to get Claudio advancing in this thing, but it's very good to see Pac getting some wins. He goes on to the semifinals. Then a match that's going to happen on Forbidden Door, Bryan Danielson versus Shingo Takagi. And I'm going to be quite honest with you guys, I don't know a whole lot about Takagi. I'm not going to act like every single TikTok reaction channel knowing who everybody is just for some cheap views on my videos. But from what I've seen, he's very big in Japan, and this is going to happen at Forbidden Door. So I bet a lot of people are really looking forward to this match. We got Ray Fenix versus Jay White as well. And we have Jeff Jarrett versus a wild card that will be revealed when the Jeff Jarrett match ends up taking place. A little bit of a side note, I'm going to get a little bit of off topic here. I saw a lot of people like really criticize the fact that Jeff Jarrett is in this tournament. Like, why the hell is Jeff Jarrett in the Owen Hart Memorial Cup tournament? Do you guys not know that Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart were best friends? The former tag team partners together? Like, I'm honestly surprised it took this long for Jeff Jarrett to be in the Owen Hart Memorial Cup tournament, but it's very nice to see Tony Khan really like pay tribute to the fact that Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart were very good friends. So I think it's all right that Jeff Jarrett's in this tournament. But yeah, a lot of people really criticizing the fact that Jeff Jarrett's in this tournament either just tells me they're insanely too young, but you can't make that excuse. I'm 20 years old. I knew that. So go Google it, I guess. Or they just became fans last year. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. So in terms of predictions, Pac already advanced in the tournament. That's how unbelievable it is. It's like I keep thinking Claudio got the win, but no, Pac did. In terms of Bryan Danielson and Takagi, I think it's very obvious. I think Bryan Danielson will advance. I think he will get the win here. In terms of Ray Fenix and Jay White, I'll actually go Jay White. I think he'll get the win and he'll advance. In terms of Jeff Jarrett versus the wild card, it's like I don't know who the wild card could be. I do have a little bit of a prediction. This could be a potential spoiler. I think it's going to be the returning Hangman Adam Page. He's going to get away from his suspension, and he'll face Jeff Jarrett, and I think he'll get the win over Jarrett and advance. So then that will leave us with Pac versus Bryan Danielson, and I believe Bryan will get the win and go on to the finals. And then that will leave us with Hangman Adam Page versus Jay White, and I think Hangman will get the win here. And then that will leave us to the finals. Now, this is going to be very difficult because you got on one side Bryan Danielson and you got on one side Hangman Adam Page. And there are arguments for both men to really advance because Hangman Adam Page has all this history with Swerve. I think they've only had 2 matches, so they can make that a trilogy. But at the same time, you also got Bryan Danielson, who's on his basically like last year as a full-time wrestler. No big accomplishments in AEW that really needs a big singles moment. And like it's very hard because Bryan Danielson in the build-up to this tournament has been like, oh my god, this is my last shot to really get a title reign and to essentially show my worth in professional wrestling. And he's in this retirement tour. He's having all these dream matches over in Japan, CMLL, AEW, and all that jazz. He's basically having the run of his life, facing all of these independent stars and all that jazz. I just realized I got a massive fucking bug bite. It's almost like blocking blood vessels. I don't think that's good. What was I going to say? Oh, that's right. Who I think will win, Bryan Danielson or Hangman Adam Page. I mean, they could do the WWE route, make it a triple threat, but then again, it's like, then that means nobody wins the Owen Hart tournament, so that would be stupid. But if you ask me, I'd honestly give it to Bryan Danielson. Give him a singles moment. Even if he does not win the AEW World Championship from Swerve, it will still give us a singles accomplishment for Bryan Danielson to be the winner of the Owen Hart Cup. And I think it is way worthy of an all-in main event for Bryan Danielson to compete for the championship rather than Hangman Adam Page. Because let's be honest, you could have Hangman Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland 3 anytime. Doesn't have to be immediately. It could be any time. And that could also leave more room for Hangman Page to be involved with the Elite and what they're doing, especially with Blood and Guts coming up and everything like that. Will Hangman side with the Elite? Will he oppose the Elite? Like, I think Hangman has more things to do with the Elite takeover than he would with the AEW World Championship scene. I think Bryan Danielson should challenge Swerve at All In, and I'll even go on a whim. This might age like milk. I'll probably look back on this video and think, what the fuck were you thinking? I think Bryan Danielson should win the AEW World Championship from Swerve at All In. I don't think it should be Will Ospreay. I think it should be Bryan Danielson, but that is just my thoughts and opinions. So, my predictions, a little bit of a recap for who I think will win the Owen Hart Cup tournaments. For the men's, I got Bryan Danielson, and for the women's, I got Mariah May. Now, before we go, I want to look at some of the reactions to this bracket, just to really see. I can't believe TK really forgot about this woman. Speaking about Athena, and Jack Cassidy, shout out to him, says she's injured, but she's still the Ring of Honor Women's Champion, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is what I mean. No idea why Jeff Jarrett is in it. It's like, hello. Hello. They were tag team partners. They were good friends. Ricky Starks is 100% no longer signed to AEW. He is. But I think it really is stupid that Ricky Starks isn't getting any opportunities. I don't know. I think Bryan Danielson versus Hangman Wildcard for finals. Nigel helps Hangman win. Women, Mariah versus Chris after Chris cheats to beat Willow. And Mariah wins. I mean, yeah, that was what I mean. It was like, it's definitely going to be Chris and Willow in the second round, but it's like, I don't know who I gave it to. So I think Willow, if I were to be quite honest. Can't wait. Very interested to see who this wild card is going to be on the Danielson side. Didn't Ospreay say he was entering the Owen? I don't recall that. I think he was probably like hinting towards it, but then they were like, nah. Calling it now. The finals will be Bryan Danielson versus Adam Page and Willow Nightingale or Chris Statlander. I just don't know who they'll have win in the semifinals versus Mariah May. So it seems like a lot of people have the same opinions as me. Is a wild card Ricochet? Really intrigued. Easily the most stacked Owen to date. Yeah, this is very stacked. It's not like a bunch of squash matches. Like, the only thing that could be pretty close to like a squash match would be Jeff Jarrett versus the wild card here. Jay White versus Bryan Danielson? No, I don't think we're going to get that. Wild card should be the Dynamite Kid's nephew. Oh, yeah, Davey Boy Smith Jr. That wouldn't be too bad. So, yeah, essentially, that is my predictions for the Owen Hart Cup tournaments. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know who you think should win the men's and the women's Owen Hart Cups tournaments. Do you have the same picks as me? Do you have different ones? I would very much love to see your thoughts down in the comments below. What are also your thoughts on the Owen Hart tournament? What are your thoughts on Jeff Jarrett being in the tournament? Who do you think the wild card would be? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for the support on the recent videos, including the Ryback and the reaction to the Wyatt Six's WWE debut. Thank you guys so much. Go check out those videos if you haven't already. New things coming to the channel pretty damn soon. Be sure to support the Universe mode as well that we do every single week when I have the free time. And until next time, guys, if you're new, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on so that way you never miss an upload. And until next time, this has been your boy, Willie Does Wrestling. I will see you in the next video. Be good people and peace. Later.